Your goals are a lot more attainable than you believe. You just have to believe. Actually, let's rephrase that. You don't just have to believe, you have to know, right? The same way that you know that the sun is going down this evening, or the same way that you know that you're going to have water to drink tomorrow, it's that level of knowingness, right? That influences the effect in such profound ways and just accelerates the process. So you need to strengthen your level of belief to the point where it becomes knowing. Like it's no longer about believing what's possible anymore, but just knowing. I remember being in like elementary or like middle school and like looking at like a high school kid, and in my head it was almost like intimidating, like being in that stage of life, you know. I remember that like as a kid, and it's really like it's funny to say it out loud, but I do remember that. And then seeing like people with corporate jobs or whatever, and like talk about like taxes and accounting, it was so like intimidating. But then as you continue to progress in life, and then you get to these stages, it's like you're good, bro. Like all of your experiences in life are preparing you for that goal. And I think you need to give yourself more credit, because a lot of us tend to feel like we're behind for whatever reason. Like we're not where we're supposed to be, because, I think comparison is a very natural thing, especially within today's society, right? Like just having access to everything that we see online, and what people our age are, achieving, or what have you, right? Because age is how we measure how long we've been on this planet. And if you haven't, you know, achieved a certain amount of goals within the same timeline that someone else has had, you start to like feel down on yourself, as far as your timeline, and that you're behind. And it's such a wrong approach to have, because I think you're exactly where you need to be, right? Because if someone, again, when we have these moments of comparison, I think more often than not it's directly related to like financial comparisons. But if you really take the time to evaluate all other aspects of life, like spiritual growth, your health, the type of relationships that you've manifested, you can't measure those the same way as you can measure dollars, right? So it's it's like, how do you define success? Is it just about finances, or are these other components like actually significant in your mind? Because they should be if they're not, right? So if you're someone who like compares yourself to other people as far as maybe financial goals and whatnot, there's no need to do that. Because yes, okay, maybe that person has a lot more financial success in their life, and credit to them, right? But who's to say that in all these different other aspects of life they found similar levels of success? It's just, there's no point in comparing. So I really urge you like not to do that, and not to feel like you're behind, because you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And it's just a matter of understanding that every single life experience is preparing you for those next moments, right? Because with the example that I just gave, when I'm an elementary kid and I see like a high school kid, and talking about like diploma exams, or I don't know, I don't remember what they were called. Diploma exams, yeah, like the big tests that you have or whatever, and just feeling like so intimidating, like just feeling like genuinely like scared, like, oh my gosh, like this is gonna be so hard, like I ain't ready for that. It's like, bro, you're in elementary, like you're not supposed to be ready now. But once you get there, like instead of looking at the top of the mountain, right, like put one step in front of the other, because every step that you take is preparing you to get to the top. It's just a matter of like actually understanding that it's not as far as you think it is. You just got to keep moving, right? And doing the internal work, working on the cause, changing the perception that you have of yourself, and not trying to change the mirror itself, but changing what's in front of the mirror, changing what you present in front of the mirror, because that's what it's about, right? The cause is what you present in front of the mirror. But just remember that this mirror of life has a delay. So Don't expect to see a reflection instantly. And another one of the challenges within this game is your ability to maintain belief and fuel your actions with faith and belief and knowing, even when it doesn't seem like it's happening. And that's when, you know, a bias perspective really comes into play. So, and when I say that, I mean, just everything that's happening, whether it's good or bad, you have a neutral perspective on them, and you know that each experience is contributing to you moving towards your goal. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of power in that. There's a lot of power in that. And I really hope that you can identify and locate that power within yourself and stop seeing your goal like it's higher than you, because it's not. The same power that has created your ability to even imagine what it is that you want in your life, to access imagination and emotion. You have it within you. Don't lose sight of that. I love y'all so much. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. It's KT.